Alright guys, welcome back. Second video of the equations. We're still solving one step, which means they're really easy. We're still going to use the same exact steps and rules. We're going to draw our line. We are also going to go ahead and make sure that at all times that we also identify our variable. We're going to isolate our variable. We're going to have the answer, and we're going to double check it. So, your objective for this video. As a student, you should be able to solve one-step equations using multiplication and division. This is on the back side of graphic organizer number 4. You are on side 2. Make sure it looks like this. We have 6 examples, 6 independent practice, and 3 wonderful and most important exit tickets. Now, we have to be careful. There is an exception to the rules on this one. So there's something you have to be very, very careful about. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, remember, an equation is a math sentence that does not contain an equal sign. All right, and we're going to say the goal of solving an equation is to find the value of the variable. We do this by isolating or using inverse operations. The inverse of addition is subtraction. The inverse of subtraction is addition. The opposite of multiplying is dividing. And the opposite of division is multiplying. All right, and those are the things that you need. Let's move on. Remember, that's on the back side of your first one. All right, here we go. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Remember, first thing you do is you draw your line. Second thing you do is you identify your variable. Now, we see 3x. What does that mean right there? Well, that means 3 times x, because remember, anything next to a variable means multiply. So that means multiplying right there. Okay, if you be very careful, that means multiplying. So what's the opposite of multiplying? Well, the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to divide. We're going to use that straight line that I just made underneath it, and we're going to divide both sides by what we were multiplying it by. Well, we were multiplying it by 3. So we're going to divide it by 3. Divide both sides by 3, remember, because what you do to the left side, you must also do to the right side. That's the golden rule of equations. All right? Now, 3 divided by 3 is just 1, so we don't even put it there because 1x is just x. So you have x equals, and 36 divided by 3 is 12. Okay? And that's our answer. Now we need to double check it. Does 3 times 12 equal 36? Yep, sure does. So that's our answer. Example number 2. Here we go. Ooh, yay. All right. Draw my line through the equal sign. And then I need to find the variable. Well, the variable's over here. Yeah. Yuck. Y divided by 9. That's what that means. Y over 9 means y divided by 9. What's the opposite of dividing by 9? Well, it's multiplying by 9. So we're going to do that to both sides. Times 9 to both sides. That's going to give us a y. Okay, so this is going to cross out except for the y. And y equals 3 times 9, which is 27. Double check it. Does 27 over 9 equal 3? Yep, sure does. So we checked it. Circle our answer. We're good to go. Example number 3. Here we go. Draw my line through the equal sign. Identify the variable on the left side. Yes, I know you could probably do this one on your own, but you are not going to because you're going to show your steps. Otherwise, you will not get credit on your iStep or in my classroom. Got it? Okay, we have 5 times p. The opposite of times 5 is to divide by 5. We'd show that by using a straight line like a fraction bar. We're going to divide by 5 to both sides. Because remember, whatever we do to the left side, we must do to the right. We get a p left over. And how many times are we going to p? Well, we're going to p 5 times. And that's your answer. You can double check it. 5 times 5 is 25. Congratulations. All right, let's move on. Examples 4, 5, and 6. Here we go. Example number 4. Oh, boy, this one's nasty. Yuck. All right. So here we go. This one right here, we have, first thing we need to do, draw our line through the equal sign. Second thing we need to do, find our variable. Well, it's on the right side this time. And we have 4.5 times x. That actually means times because it's next to the x. Okay? I know with the fraction that it sometimes looks like division, but it's not because we have 4.5 times x. So instead of multiplying by 4.5, we're going to simply divide both sides by 4 1/2. So we're going to divide by 4 1/2. And this is going to be a little bit more work over here for this one. So 4.5 divided by 4 1/2 gives us 1, so we just bring down our x. Now, 26 divided by 4 1/2. Whew, this is a lot of stuff that we haven't done for a while. So what do? Well, first off, 26 over 1. Then when we divide fractions, okay, we also need to make sure that we have improper fractions. So 26 over 1 divided by 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9 over 2. And then we're dividing, so what do? Well, keep, change, and flip. So 26 over 1 times 2 over 9 And then you see if you can pre-simplify, which unfortunately you cannot. So you're going to get 52 over 9. And 52 over 9, 52 over 9. How many times is 52 going to 9? Well, I'm sure how many times is 9 going to 52? It gives us 5. And 9 times 5 is 45 with 7 ninths. So our answer is actually 5 and 7 ninths. And that's our answer. Okay, so there you go. We have 5 and 7 ninths equals x. That was a tough one. All right, next one. Here we go. Draw my line. Equal sign. Yay. Find my variable. And that is 2.1 times y. 2.1 times y. We do the opposite. Instead of multiplying by 2.1, we're going to divide by 2.1, both sides. Okay, once again, a lot more stuff that you have to do. 2.1 divided by 2.1 is just 1, so we use our y and bring it down. 29 and 4/10 divided by 2.1. So I'm going to go ahead and do that down here at the bottom. This is one of those nasty ones. We're dividing a decimal. What do? Well, we move our decimal to this place, to the edge, bring it up top. How many times does 21 go into 2? It doesn't. 29, one time. 1 times 21 is 21. We get 8. 84. How many times does 21 go into 84? Well, that's 4 times. 4 times 21 is 84. We subtract the 0. Our answer is 14. Y equals 14. That should be the answer for number 5. All right, last one. Here we go. Draw my line through the center. All right, here we go. Now, this is always fun. All right, we have x divided by 2. What's the opposite of dividing by 2? Well, it's multiplying by 2. So we're going to multiply both sides by 2. And 82 times 2 is going to give us x equals 164. And that's our answer. Okay, you can double check it by simply going 164 divided by 2, which gives us 82. Congratulations, double checked. Those are your 3 examples. All right, now, there is an exception to the rule. All right, now I need you to be very, very careful. All right, this one is challenging. Okay, so here's the deal. Pay attention. Yes, you draw your line, but I want to show you something. Okay, you have 24 divided by v. All right, so you have to be really careful because you are not actually dividing 24. You're dividing the v, okay? Generally, we only care about the operation symbol in front of it, okay? So, what do we do here? Well, the honest truth is what you should do, because you're dividing by v, is you actually want to take this v and put it over here, okay? So, that's going to be a little bit weird, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. All right, so once again, you notice that we're actually dividing v. Now, this exception to the rule, okay, it only happens with division, and it only happens when the variable comes after the number. So you notice that we have the number here, and then we have our variable, okay? We're dividing v. You can't divide v because we have no idea what it is. So if you did the inverse of it, okay, you couldn't do that right now, but we can change it, okay? So what we're going to do is, instead of having this v on this left side, we're actually going to move it to the right. So instead of dividing by v, how would I get rid of dividing by v? Well, I would do the inverse operation, which is multiplying by v. If I multiply both times by v, that's going to give me 24 equals, and 4 times v can be just written as 4v. All right, now that looks like any equation that we've had in the past. Very simple. Okay, that dividing by v in the first place just totally screws it up, because you're not dividing 24, you're dividing v. All right, so now let's pay attention here. What happens? Well, how do we get rid of our 4 that's attached to the v? Because remember, we still want to isolate our variable. So 4 times v, the opposite of 4 times v, is divide by 4, and we're going to divide both sides by 4. That's going to give us 6 equals v. Now let's go ahead and double check it. Does 24 divided by 6 equal 4? Yes. Okay, so once again, why did I do this? Well, I did it only because we are dividing by a variable. You can't divide by a variable. okay, because we don't know what it is. So we want to move the variable to the other side to help us out. It's the only time this happens, okay? It's the only time. All right, let's move on to some of the other ones. All right, now, these are your independent practices, okay? There are none of those that are exception to the rule. You need to do these 6 really quick, pause the video, and then come back. All right, and I'm back. Here we go. Draw my line, find my variable. Opposite of multiplying by 9, dividing by 9. It's going to give us y equals 9. That should have been your answer. Number 2, draw my line. Opposite of multiplying by 8 is dividing by 8. So we're going to divide by 8. U equals 6. That should be your answer. Circle it. Moving on. Number 3, okay, draw my line, find my variable. It's c divided by 16. Well, c divided by 16, what's the opposite of dividing by 16? Multiplying by 16. All right, c equals 16. Isn't 16 divided by 16 1? Yep, sure is. Done. 3. 4, here we go. Draw my line, find the variable. Ooh, it's on the right side. Doesn't matter, okay? We're dividing by 10. What's the opposite of that? Well, multiplying by 10. So we're going to multiply by 10. 3 times 10 is 30, which equals 2m. So m equals 30. Number 5. Here we go. Draw my line. Find my variable. We're multiplying by 11. Do the opposite. Divide by 11. Should have gotten 7 equals v. That's my answer. All right, and the last one. Draw my line. We have 12b. So 12 times b. Well, that means we're going to divide because we're going to do the opposite. Divided by 12. That's going to give us b equals 8. That's your answer. Those are your 6, ladies and gentlemen. You're done with that. Now, here's the deal. Exit ticket. You have 3 of them on your exit ticket. You do need to show this to me before you can move on. You need to show your line. You need to isolate your variable. You need to show me your work. If you don't show me your work, no points, no credit. I'm going to send you back, and you're not going to be able to work on your stuff yet. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck. Have fun. See you later. Peace.